The morning after, I'm familiar with that pill. I spent all my 20s not getting pregnant, and I was successful. Mostly because no one wanted to fuck me. But when I was in relationships, I knew that I didn't want children, at least not until I was in my 30s, because celebrities have kids in their 50s. So youth was on my side. No, of course it's not. As I got older, my junk started to deteriorate with things like endometriosis and ovarian cysts. My cysts were chocolate cysts. It's very common. I know you've all heard of it. Chocolate cyst. Delicious. No. Makes getting pregnant a pain in the ass. So when I got married in my early 30s, I decided I would try for the kid thing. And as casually as I say this to you, that's how casual I was about it. There was no pressure on me, not by my husband, not by myself. Just everyone else who lived around us. In fact, when I went in for my surgery to remove the chocolate from my cysts, from my reproductive system, I was told by my husband, he assured me that he didn't marry me to have babies, but he married me because I had a hot body and a matching personality. So I get the surgery, they clear me out, and I'm encouraged to get pregnant right away. No time to waste. And I'm like, can I run to Wawa real quick? And they're like, no! Get pregnant right now! But I waited because I had cooler shit to do. I wanted to travel and move to a different city and drink more. So we did wait because we do whatever the fuck we want. So in 2 months' time, we traveled. We moved to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, because you do wild and crazy shit. And then time started to settle, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to do the surgery thing again, though I really enjoyed the medication and being waited on. I thought I should try this pregnancy thing, so I started Googling, like ways to get pregnant. I learned about ovulation at age 31. I looked at tips, diets, a lot of eliminating of caffeine and booze, and already I'm like, this isn't gonna work out. Because I'm sure my mom was probably pregnant, or she was drunk when she got pregnant with me. I'm sure all your moms were drunk when they got pregnant with you. So I was like, this is gonna be a hard sell. Plus side, you get to bang all the time unprotected. It's really fun. It was like free love up in that apartment. It was fun. But then the fun ended because let me tell you something. When you bang unprotected, you might get pregnant. It's called science, look it up. So I decided I'm gonna test. And I always tested because I was monitoring myself like an adult because I like to have a good time. And I tested on my husband's 30th birthday that evening because I felt like I was crying a lot. That week I was hitting my weekly cry quota. And my mom said that I should take a pregnancy test because I was being extra crazy. And I'm like, oh, really? I'm extra crazy? Then you should take a test every single day for the rest of your life because you're always crazy. And I took the test, and I took the pink test, the one with the lines. I was always used to seeing one line tossed in the garbage, and this time there were 2 lines. So magical. And my husband came in because I yelled his name, and he came in, he looked at me, he was like, oh, shit. And then he went into the living room and watched Kitchen Nightmares all night. Didn't say a word to me, and I was like, all right. But I wasn't satisfied with that test. So the morning after, I got one of those digital pregnancy tests, the dummy-proof ones, where it says if you're pregnant or not. So I peed on that, waited 3 minutes, brushed my teeth during that time. I never brushed my teeth that long in my life, not to brag. And then flash, there it is, pregnant, 1-2, I think it was, indicating that I'm 1 to 2 weeks pregnant. Right? This is great because I'm still early on because I was having a good time. So I tell my husband, and like, listen, I don't, whatever you want to see or expect to see, that digital bitch punches you right in the face with a cold, hard truth. I was like, I'm not kidding. If that test would have had an arrow on it, like a scroll down, like a touch screen, it would have said, congratulations, you're 31 years old and you don't even have health insurance. You have a bed sheet as a wall in your apartment. You don't even have a couch with a futon still, and your bumper is hung to your car by a nail. And now you're pregnant, congratulations. So this time I tell my husband, and instead of quiet, he's like mad at me, like accusatory. And I'm like, were you not there? Like, shit, I didn't get pregnant by myself. Also, we're married. Also, we're in our 30s. This is not an episode of 16 and Pregnant, Get a Grip. What kind of monster did I marry? He's here. I love you. So great, I'm with child. Awesome. I go from beer drinker to Earth Mother Goddess. I dive in. I get health insurance. I read. I watch documentaries. I'm very smart now. And I sign up for breastfeeding classes and childbirth classes. I don't hire one doula, I hire two doulas. Two doulas is really hard, and I had happy hour before because we never get out. I hired 2 doulas because I knew that I wanted to have my baby naturally. Maybe in my living room, maybe in a river, I don't know. I haven't decided which way I want to bring my baby into the world. No. 27 weeks I found out I would need a C-section because I had a placenta previa. Do you know what that is? It's when the placenta covers the cervix. Did you get that? It's when the placenta covers the cervix. You can't give birth to a placenta. You'll die. It's science. Look it up. So I came to grips with it. I was very sad. At 36 weeks, I would have to have that C-section scheduled. I didn't make it to 36 weeks. One summer morning at 1 a.m., I hemorrhaged really bad, and I was rushed to the hospital by the slowest driver on earth. He's here. I get to the hospital, my son's born right away. That morning, he was in the NICU. The morning after, he was in the NICU. It was the worst day that he had. He couldn't breathe, his lungs weren't developed yet. The morning after that was really bad. The morning after that was really bad. And it just kept getting bad. And then it got better. And then he was able to breathe on his own. He was able to take a bottle on his own. And now today his lungs are fully developed because he uses them to scream in grocery stores and restaurants everywhere. But that particular morning after changed my life. It changed my life the morning after my son was born. And it changed my marriage. My marriage was never the same. And it changed my boobs. My titties never looked the same. Thank you.